Good day, guys. Today we're gonna make my pecan sour cream coffee cake. For the crumb, you're gonna need 1.5 cup of pecan chopped up. I put it in a bag like this and I chop it up with my rolling pin. You're gonna need 1/3 cup of white sugar, 1/3 cup of packed light brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, and 3 tablespoons of melted butter. For the cake, you're gonna need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 3/4 teaspoons of baking soda, 1/2 cup of butter, and 1 cup of white sugar. Also, you're gonna need with that 1.5 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 cup of sour cream. And 2 eggs. I don't know if I told you 2 eggs. Okay. You're gonna preheat your oven at 350. And you do that before you start everything. The next, you're gonna mix the pecan. And these still aren't fine enough. So you could take your hands and you could crush it. Or you could crush it with anything else. I have this thing that I use, which I can't find now, is to crush stuff like this. So I guess you could probably use a spoon and you could crush it more. I didn't notice there was still big pieces in here, like real big pieces. So if that's the case, after you look at it, no problem. Take a spoon and crush up the excess the way I'm doing. It happens. Okay. Okay. I'm going to leave them like this. You could, I would prefer to do it a little more fine, but that's fine. So you're going to take that. You're going to add your 1/3 cup of sugar. You're going to add your light brown sugar. You're going to add your cinnamon. You're going to add your melted butter. And you're going to mix that until all the components are covered. So with a spatula, you're going to take that and you're going to cover everything. Make sure all the sugar is coated. Again, I would have made this a little more fine, but I'm a little lazy today. Okay, that looks like it's all covered. We're gonna set this aside. In another bowl, we're gonna have our flour. Okay, and we're gonna whisk in this flour. The salt. The baking powder. And the baking soda was, let me see, how much was the baking soda? The baking soda was 3/4 spoons. Now, let me see if I have a 3/4 spoon. I don't, so I'm gonna do a little less than one tablespoon. So I'm not gonna fill it up. That's about 3/4. So we're gonna take that and we're gonna mix this. Okay guys, so I have forgotten to add the salt to this, and I add the salt after and I mix it. Then you're going to take another bowl, and in this bowl you're going to whisk in the 1 cup of sugar. And we're gonna add the butter, which is 1 bar of butter. It's supposed to be room temperature. I didn't have it room temperature, so I put it in the microwave for a little bit. You don't want it real melted. You want it just the way I have it. And then with the spatula, clean my spatula a little. You're going to mix this, the butter with the sugar. You want to incorporate everything. Okay, that looks just about right. Now we're gonna take add 1 egg at a time. It's 2 eggs. We're gonna add 1 egg and we're gonna mix that for like a few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes. And we're going to add the other egg. So you see, I'm not using an electric mixer or nothing today. Just this and this. And a spoon if you want. Mix it well till it combines. At this point, I think I'll take this. And now we're gonna add the sour cream and the vanilla extract. So let me put the vanilla extract first. I spilled a little bit on the counter, so I'm going to add a little more. Mix that in. We're going to add in the sour cream. This is an 8 ounce of sour cream. So we're going to mix this. And now we're going to add this to the flour ingredients. We're going to incorporate it, but we don't want to over mix it. Just so we get all the flour. So I'm going to use a spatula for this. And the reason why I put the soft liquid on top of the flour, because I didn't want it to splash all over the place. When you do it the other way, you have flour all over the place when you're mixing. You see, it's almost all mixed, but you see when you see the flour there, you don't want to see that. See the flour in the bottom? You want to make sure you go under. Get it all from the bottom. And once you don't see no more flour on the bottom, that's fine. I was going to use this. This is kind of big. But you know what? I am going to use it. I'm going to try it. We're going to use half of this. So now we're going to take some of this mixture, the crumb mix, and we're going to pour some on this layer here. I had to do this a little more fine so I could distribute it evenly. But because I didn't, I am not going to distribute more because I want a lot on the top. So I'm going to leave it like that. Normally what you would do is you would cover the whole thing. And this this baked dish is too big. And now you distribute the rest of your mix. On top. It's thundering and lightning. Distribute the rest. The next one I'll do it in a smaller one so you can see the difference. And since I put this in a too large of a pan, I should have did it in a small one. I couldn't cover it all. So I'm going to do a little correction. As a baker, you can do this. You can modify your baking. I got some cinnamon sugar, and I'll add a little bit on those spaces that you can see the cake in. Just to cover the cake area. You're going to take it and you're going to pat it. And we're going to bake this in the oven for about 30 to 35 minutes. And then we're going to let it cool. You stick something in the middle, a stick or toothpick. If it comes out clean, it's good. So guys, this is how it is after 35 minutes. So here it is, all cooled down. There it goes. With a nice cup of coffee. See the layers inside? Okay guys, don't forget to comment, like, and share. Thank you.